Welcome to Pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance, or PV, is the science and activities relating to the detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention of adverse effects or any other drug-related problems. The primary mission of PV is to protect patient safety and ensure that the benefit-risk profile of therapeutic products remains favorable throughout their life cycle. Pharmacovigilance operates in both the pre-marketing phase during clinical trials and the post-marketing phase after commercialization. PV teams process safety cases, monitor safety databases, write narratives, detect safety signals, and coordinate risk management plans. Throughout this lecture, we will explore case processing, individual case safety reports, medical coding, aggregate safety reporting, and global safety compliance. Safety case processing represents the operational core of pharmacovigilance, involving the systematic management of individual adverse event reports from receipt to regulatory submission. The workflow begins with the intake and triage of safety reports received from clinical trial sites, healthcare professionals, consumers, or literature searches. Case processors perform data entry, capturing patient demographics, medical history, suspect drug details, and adverse event descriptions in the safety database. A critical step is writing the safety case narrative, which provides a chronological summary of the patient's clinical course, investigations, and safety outcomes. The case undergoes medical review by a physician to assess causality and seriousness before being finalized for submission. Individual case safety reports are the standardized regulatory dossiers used to report adverse events to health authorities. An ICSR must contain 4 minimum criteria to be considered valid: an identifiable patient, an identifiable reporter, a suspect drug, and an adverse event. Adverse events are evaluated against seriousness criteria, which include death, life-threatening events, hospitalization, persistent disability, congenital anomalies, or other medically important events. Additionally, the event is assessed for expectedness, comparing the event against the product's reference safety information, such as the investigator brochure or product label. Suspected unexpected serious adverse reactions require rapid reporting to health authorities, typically within 7 to 15 days. Medical coding in pharmacovigilance is the process of standardizing verbatim safety descriptions using the medical dictionary for regulatory activities. MedDRA is a highly structured medical terminology organized into a 5-level hierarchy, ranging from lowest-level terms to system organ classes. Case processors use MedDRA to code adverse events, medical histories, indications, and laboratory findings, ensuring consistency across all safety cases. For example, a verbatim report of heart attack is coded to the preferred term myocardial infarction under the system organ class cardiac disorders. This standardized coding allows safety teams to perform aggregate searches, detect safety trends, and generate safety dossiers that satisfy international regulatory requirements. Aggregate safety reporting involves compiling cumulative safety data from global sources into structured regulatory reports submitted to health authorities at defined intervals. Unlike individual safety cases, aggregate reports provide a comprehensive analysis of the product's benefit-risk profile based on all available data. Key aggregate reports include the Development Safety Update Report, submitted annually during clinical trials, and the Periodic Benefit-Risk Evaluation Report, submitted post-approval. These reports analyze safety trends, literature findings, clinical trial safety databases, and estimated patient exposure. The aggregate analysis aims to evaluate whether the emerging safety data affect the product's overall benefit-risk balance, supporting informed regulatory decisions. Signal detection represents the scientific process of active safety surveillance, analyzing safety databases to identify new or changing safety risks associated with a drug. Safety teams utilize statistical algorithms and quantitative data mining to detect safety signals, which are defined as emerging drug-event combinations that warrant further investigation. Data sources include spontaneous safety databases, clinical trial safety databases, epidemiological studies, and medical literature. Once a potential signal is identified, it undergoes signal evaluation, which includes reviewing individual cases, assessing biological plausibility, and evaluating confounding factors. Validated signals are escalated to safety governance committees and may result in protocol amendments, risk minimization activities, or labeling changes. Risk management plans represent the strategic framework designed to identify, characterize, and minimize the risks associated with a therapeutic product. The RMP outlines the product's safety profile, identifying known risks, potential risks, and areas of missing information. It defines the routine pharmacovigilance activities and risk minimization measures implemented to protect patients. Routine risk minimization includes updating the product label, packaging insert, and physician prescribing information. Additional risk minimization measures may include patient registries, educational materials, or restricted distribution systems. Developing and maintaining the RMP is a regulatory requirement in the European Union and other global territories, ensuring that proactive safety controls are in place. Global safety compliance and inspection readiness are critical quality requirements for pharmacovigilance departments, ensuring adherence to drug safety regulations. Safety departments must establish quality systems, written standard operating procedures, and compliance monitoring programs. Key performance indicators track compliance with regulatory reporting timelines, such as the 7-day and 15-day submission requirements. Global health authorities conduct periodic PV inspections to audit the safety database, case processing files, and signal detection records. Inspectors evaluate the organization's compliance with good pharmacovigilance practices and check for completeness and accuracy. Maintaining an inspection-ready state is essential for retaining marketing authorizations and demonstrating active safety oversight.